Tokyo Mew 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 is over. The last episode is here with us. Unfortunately, watching this made me very emotional and happy to be able to witness something like this. So let's talk about episode 24 from Tokyo Mew 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 or episode 12 from Tokyo Mew 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 season 2. So the first thing I want to say is that I didn't really enjoy the first half of this episode. I feel like the argument that is done is kind of hard to understand another point of view. I'm gonna explain that better. So we start the episode with Aoyama trying to fight Deep Blue back for control, but Deep Blue ends up winning and banishing Aoyama. So Deep Blue is ready to fulfill his plan, which is use his own power. I mean, he created this plan like right at that moment. He wanted to use his power as Mew Aqua because his blood is Mew Aqua. He wanted to use that so he could open a portal and bring all the aliens to Earth, which is the planet that they wanted to be in. And look, if you're thinking as like if you think about their side, it makes so much sense. Like, this is the planet that they've been in. This is their planet if we think about it. And they just want to come back to a place that they can live happily. And when they are able to return, the planet is filled with horrible humans that are destroying it. And I do understand Ichigo's argument that there are humans that are trying to make the planet better. There are humans that are actively studying and doing things to help the environment. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We live on Earth and we know how it is. You know, obviously there are big corporations like Mint's Family Corporation. We know that they're working to do something, but you know, at the end of the day, we know that the pollution and you know the destroyment of the environment won't stop. And for the aliens to not engage with that conversation, it makes way more sense to me. So it makes sense that they're not even listening to Ichigo. And it's funny when Ichigo's like, oh, listen to me. And then he's like, what can we do? And she just goes, I don't know. Let's talk. Look, it makes sense for Ichigo to say something like that. She's a teenager. She's not a researcher. She's not a scientist or whatever. But it also makes sense for them not to want to talk to her, as their people are living in a horrible planet, barely surviving. We can see aliens crying when the portal is open and they're able to return to Earth. Like, this is the moment they've been waiting for their whole lives. And so, like, I don't understand, like, the big problem is this. They created such a strong point for the villains that it's hard to not root for them at a certain point, you know? But there was also another thing that I really enjoyed about this. I mean, this was something I really enjoyed about this first part, which is, let's humanize Deep Blue a little bit. Deep Blue has been living in Aoyama. I mean, Aoyama is him, but they've been living like both existences in one. And Deep Blue has experienced everything Aoyama has experienced. And at certain points of the show, Aoyama has said weird things to Ichigo, and that was actually Deep Blue saying. And Ichigo was always talking and counter-argumenting. And so Deep Blue was there, understanding and seeing Ichigo's point of view. And the one characteristic of Ichigo that they wanted to really highlight here is the fact that she never gives up. She's always trying, she's always thinking of ways, but she's always fighting for her own future and never giving up. Never give up is like Ichigo's main trait, Ichigo's main personality trait here. And Deep Blue was seeing that. And Deep Blue was understanding that. So yeah, it does make sense for him to be a little bit overwhelmed because he has also spent time with Ichigo when he was sharing Aoyama's body. And so Ichigo starts fighting back. Ichigo is able to get through to Deep Blue, and she stops his idea of returning his people to Earth. At this point, Pi appears. Like, Pi has been going up since last episode, and I don't like this because Lettuce is the one who won the battle against Pi, and Pi is the one who ended up having strength, having force enough to stand up and go. Like, it makes no sense because Lettuce hasn't she hasn't been hit by Pi in the fight. So I don't know. But I do understand Pi's actions here. If Deep Blue doesn't want to save his people, I am going to use him to save our people. I totally understand his actions. 100%. Like, I'm on Pi's side here. In terms of like actually understanding. If I'm a human, so I would want to survive in the situation. But as a viewer, I do understand Pi. And here's another argument that this show has made, and it hasn't made in this episode. I don't remember when exactly. But like, okay, you want to destroy all the humans? That's fine. You can want that, but we're not going to let you. Because we're humans and we want to survive. Like, that is the best argument you can make. Like, I feel like all the other arguments, like, oh, we can talk or we can do something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It only made sense here because Deep Blue also had some sort of emotional connection to Ichigo. So here's where things got really bad for me. So the aliens were going to come to Earth, and the signal was, the portal is open, get your ships, come to Earth. What will you do when you arrive? You will destroy everything. Kill all the humans. And by killing at least in the way they showed it here, they were going to destroy the environment as well. So what's the point? And I feel like that they have only done this to paint the villains in a bad light so that they can say, no, there's no way. We have to stop them. There's no argument with them. Because this piece of information was just thrown in the last second possible. Like, why would they come to Earth and destroy everything? Like, okay, Deep Blue was already the one who was supposed to exterminate the humans, and that's it. But then the aliens had to come and destroy them too. I don't know. It was really messy. And when Ichigo learned of this, she stopped. She wanted to stop everything. And her power resonated with Deep Blue's power and the Mew Aqua power. And together with that, both Ichigo and Aoyama as Deep Blue or as Mew Aqua were able to perform Mew Aqua drops. Mew Aqua drops restored the environment on Earth that was being destroyed. And it also created a new environment in this new planet. I honestly don't like this, but I feel like it's the only way of making it work. For the way the show has created, the situation that the show has created, this is the only way. This is the only way for everyone to be happy at the end, you know? And since there is a new environment there, they don't need Earth anymore. They can have their own other planet, which also makes sense because if you think about it, they've been living on this other planet and they might have some sort of emotional connection to it as well, even though it's a very bad planet. But, you know, sometimes they do have some sort of environment connection to it. This scene was totally indispensable, in my opinion. It was obvious that Aoyama was not going to die. And this scene should not have been there. They should have saved this. They should have saved those little seconds that they wasted on this unnecessary Aoyama drama, honestly. There's been so much Aoyama drama. And they're usually very good. You know, I'm not complaining about them. But in this episode, this felt a little out of place to me. But from here on, it was just me getting very emotional at everything. The girls reuniting, Mint crying and pretending not to cry. It was very cute. The goodbyes between the girls and the aliens was also very sweet. Taru and Pudding, it was so cute. Lettuce and Pie also having their own moment. It was nice too, you know, it was nice. And I don't know, they haven't had much. But I feel like if we think about character connections, Lettuce needed some connection apart from Shirogane. I mean, Shirogane hasn't even been part of this last portion. So she needed something, and Pai was the one. I feel like it makes sense, especially with how the fandom likes to ship them both. And obviously, Kyoto Kishu stealing a kiss from Ichigo one last time before going away. And then they just go away and things are fine. The girls come back and there were some very nice shots before they arrived. Oops. What happened? Ranelli Kuskmai, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, baby. So they come back. It's a very nice shot of them flying back to getting back to Earth. And I mean, they were on Earth, but getting back to Cafe Mew Mew, even though it was partially destroyed. And so we get to a point in the story 1 month later after the events of the last battle. I love the fact they're having to rebuild everything from the ground up, restoring everything that has been destroyed. It feels like the last battle had a big impact on everything. So I love that. So we also have some stupid shenanigans, and honestly, this episode needed it because it's been a while since we saw something like this. Girl, this was just everything. I loved it. And it was a lot of fun seeing the girls playing a little bit. First season had it, so obviously second season had to have the girls acting a little stupid. It was amazing. I just found it so funny and so cute seeing them dressed up like this. It was everything. It was really, really nice. And it was a goodbye party. A surprise goodbye party to Aoyama, but it was a surprise to Ichigo. And they had this one last moment to say goodbye to each other. And Ichigo and Aoyama really looking like they were getting married. Aoyama is studying abroad. And obviously, time to say goodbye to Cafe Mew Mew. And also time to say goodbye to Aoyama. Ichigo goes there. She stays strong. And I really like the whole atmosphere of this last portion because it was so nice seeing Ichigo so hopeful for the future and how the future is like an open door to her, a blank page for her to write whatever she wants to. She has an opportunity to do that. She has health. She has the will and the power to do it, so she will want to. She wants to restore the environment, and she also wants to be an ambassador for the aliens here on Earth. I like this for her. And we can also see each of the girls working towards what they wanted to. Mint is creating her own branch of her corporation, which was very cool. We can see Miki there too. She was all proud of Mint Corporation. Girl, she is working hard. I love the bird thing. Very nice. We see Zakuro acting as a pop star. And I really like the idea of being in control, creatively in control of what you're going to do. I really like that. That's so Zakuro. Like, she really found herself as an artist and what she wants to do. Love that. We have Pudding, enjoying some time with her family. And it's very nice seeing Tart back or Taru back. And, visiting, it just means that they can go back and forth between alien planet and Earth. They can, traverse this. It doesn't seem to be that hard. And they kept their friendship and their relationship also cool. I like that. And, her mom must be very proud of the older sister that she became for sure. That was what she was most worried about, right? And we have Lettuce, who's working as the guide in the museum, talking about the story of the aliens as well, which is something she experienced, and that's something that she wanted to do. Okay, so I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you on this part here. So we have Lettuce, doing her thing, and I like that a lot. And then she mentions that she's very happy she made friends. And you can see that one of her friends is the guide of the museum. But I went to check. And those 3 girls that are her friends now, in 1 month after everything, they are the girls that were bullying her in the second episode of Tokyo MEW MEW. So it's like, okay, Lettuce forgave them. Lettuce grew out of that, and Lettuce is a different person now. She's more confident in herself. She wouldn't let things like that happen to her. But would you forgive? I wouldn't. So Like, it wouldn't be me. It just wouldn't be me. But, still, it is Letch's own experience, obviously. And the girls that were mean to her at the start of her story are now her friends. It's a choice. It's a choice. I don't think that's problematic. I'm just saying I wouldn't be in this position. Probably. I don't know. Sometimes we say things and then we do the opposite. But still, I don't know. Am I a forgiveful person like this? I don't think I am. And then we have, when Lettuce was telling this, it was a letter, and she sent the letter to Pi. Very nice that they are keeping their friendship and their connection. Very cute. And we can also see Kishu working on a strawberry farm. Oh god. Okay. This is good. Like, I could never think of, this is not something like out of the blue, but it makes sense for him, and they went there with him, so it's good. And we finish the episode with Ichigo very hopeful for the future, and I like that. But the actual end of the episode is Cafe Mew Mew being reopened, and the girls were all there. Shirogane said, "But we said goodbye," and this is Cafe. This was like, we don't have to fight Kimena Anima anymore. We don't have to be here. And the girls were like, "This is our place," and I really like it. I really love it. I just have to say that at this moment, there were like tears. I got teary-eyed. I loved it. It was so cute seeing them all close together and so excited to be back to Cafe Mew Mew and doing what they do, and continuing doing what was making them happy, and what made possible for them to realize and for them to fulfill their dreams. So it's all about Cafe Mew Mew. And now Cafe Mew Mew is no more. It's now Cafe Mew Mew Mew. I love it. It was so cute. And my sweetheart playing. Girl, I am sorry. It was everything. It's impossible not to get emotional at this. It's impossible not to get emotional. So I think this last episode, as I said, I didn't really like the first half of it, but the second half was super, super, super good. I love it. I love seeing the girls fulfill their dreams and become who they wanted to become. This has been such a great ride, and the girls have all been so well thought and crafted and developed. I really liked all of their individual stories. They all worked out pretty nicely. I love their plots. I love what they've created for characters like Mint that haven't had this type of spotlight in the original, and even Lettuce, if you think about it. But all of them, at the end of the day, the 4 girls, I feel like they have been treated so well in this new version. And honestly, when I look back, I remember the auditions for Smoothie and for creating a new team to work on this show. It just makes me very emotional. We have completed a big, wild ride with Smoothie and Tokumew Mew. What a great adaptation this was. I really loved it. And I am still hopeful that they might announce Tokumew Mew New return or a la mode. I don't know. I just hope that they return someday. I feel like it's possible. It seems it's a goodbye. At least for now, it's a goodbye. But I don't know if they closed the door completely or if they can still return with something. All I know is that I'm happy, very happy with what we have. Tokumew Mew, thank you very much for all the memories. Thank you very much for bringing those characters and bringing them to life again, giving them new life, giving Tokumew Mew a breath of fresh air and a completely new perspective I really enjoyed this. And I just have to say that I really hope Mia Ikumi is proud of the work they've done. And I hope that they're feeling proud of the work as well, because it's very good. They really took the Tokyo Mew story and brought it to life in a way that made me very happy. And I'm pretty sure lots of people around the world are super fulfilled with this story. It's resonating. I hope it's resonating with a lot of people. Thank you, Tokyo Mew MEW. This was amazing. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinema channel. If you are a member, thank you very much. And if you've liked and watched this video up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.